Alright, nerds, this is going to be quick and dirty. And so I guess I apologize. But this is Panarchy. Panarchy is a big structure that I've never actually used. No, that's not true. I've walked through it solo, as you're going to see, and I've done it in a context that I'm familiar with, but I haven't done it with a group, and I don't see many folks talk about it. It's a bit intimidating, so I'm going to try and break it down to basically 3 acts. We're going to run through the whole damn thing. Strap in. So the context that I was at, that I prepared Panarchy for, was at the MetaFest. We didn't get to run it, but our agenda was basically to cancel the apocalypse. And we picked Panarchy in order to help us make a map of the territory and achieve this goal of figuring out what's going on and, importantly, where and what we can do about it. That's sort of the third act. So given our context of sort of the everything crisis versus the bright future now, the first step is to find out what are the largest and smallest factors that influence success. Just make a list of what are the micro, meso, and macro scale factors, and they can be factors contributing to both the challenge as well as our success itself. So just make a big list of everything from internal family systems, internal or team dynamics, squads, organizations, and networks, culture, politics, and myths. And we do that solo for just 5 minutes to make a big-ass list of all of our factors that influence our success. Once we've done that, we pair up and we translate that list of factors into levels, and we label them. And 7 is enough. We give ourselves just 10 minutes, and we make use of the holonic iconography to make that list. So 7 is enough. 10 minutes for in pairs. After that, we squad up, we double date and jump into groups of 4, and in just 10 minutes, we compare those levels and we sort of finalize those into a finished version of our map. After we've done that in groups of 4, we go into the all space for just 10 minutes, and we compare maps and sort of finalize into, all right, this is the structure. These are the levels that we're going to be evaluating together. If you've got a huge-ass group, big group, more than 100 people, feel free to entertain some divergence in there, but see if you can finalize and come down to one map in just 10 minutes. Once you have the map in place, that's the sort of first act, is what is the map? Once we have the map in place, we're going to squad up into different groups of 4, and then we're going to for just 10 minutes, and then we're going to step back and we're going to reflect on which levels we have, which levels attention and resources have been invested in to date. And really our goal is, in this group of 4, to find out what we know about the status and dynamics at play in different levels. Where's our expertise? When we think about that list of large to small, where is it that I know stuff about, and where is it that you know stuff about? And then, of course, we come back into the all space for just 5 minutes to share reflections, really emphasizing on what are the things that everybody in the room needs to hear before we take the next step. After that, then we want to go ahead and self-organize. Pick a level and, go where you know. Right? Pick the level that you think, I have some expertise or some insight about, and we just reconfigure into brand new groups of 4. And in just 15 minutes, we want to answer the question of what's going on right now at that level. What are the actions being taken for the challenge that our innovation addresses? And then we want to go ahead and translate those actions into the eco cycle. So at what phase are those actions in? So again, make a list of what's going on right now, and then place it. Is that action in renewal? Is it something that's, just a little bitty baby idea? Is it something in sort of an entrepreneurial phase where there's some action getting started, but it's sort of like just getting kicked off? Or is this in a sort of managerial, bureaucratic, mature phase of this action? Or is this action heretic? Is it leaning into creative destruction and challenging sacred cows? So once we've charted our action onto the eco cycle, it's important that we create some form of artifact. So record, upload, a 2-minute flyover of your level and your eco cycle. Normally you would do this in sort of a 10-minute all space type of thing, but I like the idea of creating durable artifacts that we can upload and combine. So asking each of these groups of 4 to just make some artifact that has some durability of their content. And after that, once we have both the map of the levels, and the content of all of the levels, sort of a prototype in there, then we want to step back and do for the sort of third act. And we want to look up and down at what obstacles and opportunities that we see for change, especially across levels, right? And these are in groups of sort of 5 plus or minus 2 in just 15 minutes. And, focusing our attention on what windows from new ideas are opening from above and what resources are flowing down from creative destruction that's unfolding above, and what small-scale developments from below are disrupting the levels. And very important is to go wild and have fun. We're really looking at this focus of obstacles and especially opportunities to do shit that spans levels. Once we've done that, we want to go ahead and take our laundry list as a group and sort of prioritize obstacles and opportunities. What are the things that really stand out in that same group? Take 10 minutes and go, this is the stuff I think we should be paying attention to. And then once you've got that sort of that laundry list figured out, think about your own individual circumstance. What action can you take immediately to influence the levels above and below you? And who do you know that has influence on more than one level at once? And this is just your standard sort of 1, 2, for all as we figure out what we're going to do with that map. And then, of course, we come into the all space, we share out, we create cards, and we make a beautiful, legible artifact of our eco cycle, right? Of our Panarchy, right? Making use of this standard sort of visual where we have levels mapped and we have eco cycle on each one of those levels. Remember, 7 is enough, but this helps us to crystallize all the information into a physical artifact that helps us export our thinking to different people who didn't have the opportunity to participate. And, as time goes by, take a look at this artifact in detail. Add to it later with new information as it comes, throughout the day. We were sort of at an unconference, so I imagined that we had the opportunity to continue to refine and update with any information that came as a result of that unconference. All told and combined, Panarchy will take you about 2 hours. As you can see, it's a pretty sort of blistering program. It's quite fast as we move through all of these different things. But as you can see, together with a group of, say, 40 people, you should be able to go through and create a pretty high fidelity map of what's going on in different spaces and what actions you can undertake. We don't actually share a context in this environment, so the additional piece would be to think about your sort of action planning and your now what, right? What are the first 3 steps with some of these action items? Who needs to be involved? How are we going to coordinate and get shit done? But this has been a real brief overview of Panarchy. I hope this has been helpful. My name is Jeremy Nathaniel Akers. This is a production of Wise Crowds, and we'll see you in the future. Safe travels, all.